You pressed it right when I was digging up my nose, but that's all right. Don't stop. What are you doing?
No.
All
No, thank you.
right, I'm about to press record. I stopped and press record. Here we go. All right, here we go. Wait, why are you looking?
That mischievous look
Oh, okay.
says a lot about what this conversation is going to look like today.
You know what? That's wonderful. That because we are speaking on introducing yourself to someone.
Mm.
I think if we're gonna start talking about relationships, let's start from the top.
Yeah, how do you meet somebody? How do you meet them?
How do what, men or women or both, of course?
So we can always take them from. Let's take them from both angles. So like, I know for me as a woman,
Mm-hmm.
how a guy initially approaches me, of course, says everything, and about like whether that relationship is gonna even materialize. Because
Okay.
sometimes you know what you can even have some attraction to somebody, but then how they actually approach you and what they say can change everything, and you can lose that attraction. So,
I'm gonna put a pin in that right there.
okay,
We'll save that for later because the whole the depending on what happens, I got a problem with that. But
okay,
we'll work on that later.
okay.
But I would like to know me myself.
Hmm.
I'll ask you as a woman, how would you like to be approached by a man?
Hmm. Um, Respectfully, I think that's the most important part. I want somebody who is not, yelling my name down. Hey, boo. Hey, sexy mama with the big A. Calling. Just being obnoxious,
Do you
and
get that
I absolutely get that.
for real?
Yes.
Guys try to approach you like, "Hey, girl, with the big booty."
You don't even know. You don't even know.
Guys, we gotta do better. We gotta do better. We gotta do better. All right, so that's the approach you get. You sure you don't like it when the dude show up and like, "What's your name, Leo?"
Not
No.
my thing.
Mm.
But you know what? It depends on how he says it. If he says it jokingly and it makes me kind of laugh,
Okay.
or if that's his real demeanor, that might make a difference.
Right. Right. Okay. I go with
Yeah.
that. I go with that. But I'm just going by what I've experienced myself. Now, I'm not going to say I'm always approaching women or was approaching women for anything other than just a high.
Hmm.
But I mean, it's times like I feel like I needed to change me. I feel like I needed to change my approach. I felt like my hello young lady, how you doing today
Mm.
didn't work because it always felt like every time I said hi, how you doing, there's a lot of times I didn't get any answers. They like looked at me like I had four heads.
And
And I'm like,
don't
man, I
even
should have changed.
reply.
I'm like, why? No reply, no nothing. I'm like,
Nothing.
it's just hi.
Yeah, I think sometimes we just distrust the highs because, and I don't, I always speak to everybody. That's my thing. I'm never going to disrespect a man, and especially our brothers, to make them feel like I didn't even see them. Because I think when you don't even respond to somebody, that's a part of your insecurity and not anything to really do with that person or how they really approached you.
But you know what though? I think. All right, so you start your day at like 7 a.m. in the morning.
Hmm.
By the time 12 come and I'm coming to say hi to you with respect, you've already been approached by like 10, 15 dudes.
Okay, maybe five.
Okay, five. Let's go with five. So five dudes approach you already, and you're probably annoyed now because number six show up and he's showing a little bit of respect. But I would still think that even though if I'm annoyed, but of course I'm speaking men, if I'm annoyed and five, it's so different with men. Sorry, let me change that. But if I was, let's say I put myself into a female's perspective, and five dudes already approached me. One was ignorant, one was okay, one was ugly, one was cute, and the other one, he just didn't look right. You're talking
He
about like
went right in
you
mine.
were right. Yeah, he looked
Yeah,
like you
so
looked like you might have.
I
You know what
had
I
a
mean?
little, you know.
He was looking at you crazy.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. We
But
run from that, or should.
right, right, right. But number
R-
six
we
come
should run from
through.
that. Run from that.
Number six. Hey, how you doing? Here, that was number five. Number six come through, and with a little bit of respect, just hello, how are you doing? I'm not asking you to marry me. I'm not asking you to give me nothing but maybe a high back, maybe a touch of a smile back.
Mm,
And
yeah,
a lot of times, y'all women don't know what that smile does to us. But now maybe that makes a little bit of sense that that's the reason why, okay, you don't want to smile. Because sometimes you don't understand a smile. Y'all, you can take it from here. But
okay,
for me, a smile when I say hi to a lady and they smile back at me, I feel invited.
right.
Now, am I invited to take this high to somewhere else?
Hmm.
Maybe, all depending on the invitingness of it. But go ahead.
You know, I was gonna say, I think you can respond back to people and say hi in a respectful way and not a flirtatious way. I think some people are just naturally flirtatious. Um and then there are people like me, I'm just friendly. So people speak to me and they can absolutely get the wrong idea. That's not on me, that's on them. I will give you the respect of at least replying back to you. If you say hi to me, I feel like my mother raised me to, you just respond back to people and be in a respectful way, and then you can keep it moving. You don't have to be like, oh, hey. You can just be like, hi,
Right,
and keep it going and
right.
not mean anything by it, or you don't give them the sense that they got, that you're wanting more or trying to, suggest more with your body language. Because our body language is talking more than the words that we say.
So
The our resonance in our voice, as well as just our body language about how relaxed our body is,
mhm.
says everything.
And I love that because it now helps people be able to. Did I say that right? Help people be able. It helps for a person to know the difference of high flirtatious way or high not flirtatious way, but it at least still saying hi.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah. Remember we
Now,
talked about, like, I think in one of our last videos we talked about smiling when you say your own name. Somebody says, "Hey, how you doing?" And you want to go further, right? You want them to like pursue you, or to at least find out if there's something more than just the initial little chemistry. Um, when you respond to somebody and your body is relaxed and you're not socially awkward, and you can actually just respond back to them and say, when they ask you, like, so what's your name? And you can smile when you say your own name and your body still stays relaxed. That is very inviting, I think. Is it?
it's extremely inviting.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, I mean, and it's genuine, and it shows that you have no pretense, no um,
And
representative of you that you're trying to put forward. Yeah. Just being genuine and just being real. And I think people are scared to be real in this time of social media. Yeah.
gosh, that
Woo. When you don't have to be real, you can hide behind a phone and a camera and some comments and say anything, post anything, like anything. You know,
it make it look like you're perfect.
yeah, you can just, yeah.
But you know what? I mean, honestly, when it comes to just the initial, like, okay, you want. I mean, it's all dependent on if you're looking for someone in your life or not. I mean, honestly, you know the difference. I mean, if you're looking for somebody, you give that inviting. Yes, if you're attracted to the person, if this person is approaching you with respect, or
Yeah.
and you could just tell you. I don't understand when I see. I'm gonna go men and women.
Okay.
When I see some dudes, I could just look at this dude and like, yo, this dude is no good. How could anybody allow this guy to even get their phone number? And I could look at women and be like, who, who in their damn mom would bring this woman in front of their mother?
Right, right.
So you can see these different people. How come people don't see it like, oh, all these men are no good, all these women are no good? You can look at them and see it. Now, I'm not saying judge every book by its cover.
Right, absolutely not.
But when a person is approaching you with the what your name is and disrespectfully, you got to know that this dude, he ain't the one.
I mean, if
man.
within the first few seconds he's talking to you about taking you home and what he can do to you, probably not the relationship not a relationship. Now, if you just want to be done, then that might be the one for you. But
and you meet a girl, and you only speak to him for no more than 5 minutes, and they ask you for a drink already,
or more than that.
or more than that, like, okay,
It's my birthday. What you gonna give me?
Right, we see what everybody's
I
intentions
don't even know
are.
your last name. Like, I just met you 5 minutes ago. Like, and you asking me what I'm gonna give you. So then that shows you a little bit about that person, that they are they're
Gold
just
digger, user.
a user.
There we go with user.
Yeah, let's go with a user. That they are materialistic and
Mhm.
they probably just want what you can do for them.
Because that can also go with like the men as well. Like, okay, cool. I don't know. I think I got a bad habit of doing this too myself. I gotta find a way to fix my eyes when I'm looking at somebody. Now, if tits out, sorry, I'm looking not purposely. It's just a natural thing. But
I think they're out because we probably trying to show them, But
right, we'll
but
go on that one
but
too.
but at the same time, you can't just be talking to her, looking at her chest.
No, I don't
'cause
do
you be
that. No,
like,
I don't. I don't.
my face is up here.
I thought I was slick. I thought I could
Uh,
look at both. You
uh,
know what I mean, and try to be slick with it. I guess I'm not that slick. Okay, that's all right. It's cool. But anyway, but you can always tell. Okay, when the guy's looking at you like a piece of meat,
yeah, you just the next
you gotta
person.
know that that's what this man is aiming for.
Yeah.
Same as a woman when she looking at you like, oh, this dude like he got money.
Mm.
You know what this girl is shooting for.
Yes.
You know what they're both are shooting for. As you can notice, I'm talking about men and women. So I'm
Yeah.
not
So you
attacking
know
one
what? It's
person.
funny that you could say that because now I'm gonna ask you, and
Mm.
what
Be
do
careful what you ask me.
you
Go ahead.
how do you want women to respond when you approach them? What makes you approach this particular? Let me ask you, what makes you approach a particular woman, and then what makes you want to go to the next level and have like some more dialogue?
I go for, and it's gonna sound crazy when I say sexy
Mhm.
classy.
Mhm.
Like if you got everything hanging out, d- don't worry, I'm not approaching you because that's not my speed. But
Mm.
if you address ladylike, you understand,
Mhm.
and you have an you have an inviting smile
Mm.
and it looks warm to me, I will approach you to see how you doing. Like, hey, hello, how you doing?
Okay, that's
And
part one.
then that's part one. Now the response afterwards is what really grabs me. Like
Mm.
if you got a little bit of an attitude or you feel you got like this
This
I'm sorry, I read
entitlement.
entitlement.
Yeah. Yes, I
Hey,
get it.
you just said hi and we said hi and I can keep it moving.
Yes.
But if I speak to you and you are inviting and smiling and speak back to me, that's the touch of that's the pick of the icebreaker.
Mm.
Now I'm about to break the
Mm.
ice and ask you something. I'm not going to ask you the dumb questions. And I don't want to say asking the name is a dumb question. Asking
Mhm.
the name is good. I'm gonna forget your name. 5 minutes. Sorry,
Mhm.
but
What's the
I'm.
important question? What's the
It won't even
important
be an
initial
important
one?
question. I'm just gonna go on wherever you are. You at the library. Not like I go to the library. I'm sorry. Let me fix that. You're at Walmart
Okay.
and you picking up pasta.
There's nothing wrong with the library, by the way.
That's okay. I don't
It's
go to
not
the
your
library.
scene. Not your
Yeah,
scene.
it's
Go
not my
ahead.
scene. So I go to Walmart. Okay,
Okay.
I'm
Uh-huh.
at Walmart and I'm looking at you and I speak to you. I say hi to you and Then you give me an inviting high. Now I'm like, all right, cool. I'm a little bit hooked in here
Okay.
because this girl is classy. She's inviting, and
Mm.
she looks like she respects herself. I like a woman who respects herself.
Mhm.
So I'm like, okay, you in the pasta aisle. I'm like, oh wow. Why do they have all these different pastas? They all taste the same.
So you're
I'm
gonna
gonna go. I'm gonna break the ice and say like, okay, why they got all these different shapes? They all taste the same. They all pasta.
texture,
Oh, okay, gotcha. All right,
texture,
all right.
texture
I'm
and
not a
size.
cook.
They are all the same thing, just different sizes and texture.
That would be the answer that I would walk away from.
Whatever.
No, but no, I'm fine with it. I swear, because you at least answered,
Yeah.
and it breaks the ice, and now we get to talk, and I get to hear. Oh, you speak with a little bit of intelligence.
Mm.
You're not speaking to me like, oh well, it's what it is. Oh,
You done.
oh,
You're
done. Like,
done.
I left my oven on. I swear.
I got my refrigerator. I need to go.
Right. Oh no, excuse me.
It's open.
I forgot to put on my left sock. I gotta go put my left sock on. So it just all depended on how that person responds. Because I'm not into, and I'm not going to knock them.
Mm-mm.
I guess I was going to go raw with this, but I'm going to say there's nothing all the way wrong with a ghetto hood female, but
Oh shit!
that's
I'm
not
scared to ask about that, but
that's not what I'm looking for. Well, don't be afraid to ask. Just be afraid for the answer, because I will answer truthfully. So
yeah, that's what I know.
I'm
That's the
skating around.
consequence of my question is getting the answer.
I'm skating
That
around
I
some
might be
stuff
scared
here.
of. Okay, so let me ask you this.
Mhm.
So, say she's all of that, classy,
Mhm.
has certain physical attributes that you find attractive.
Mhm.
Um, what, what are some things that you then pay attention to about? Like, she's got some intelligence. You mentioned that.
Mhm.
Um, and the smile,
Mhm.
right? So she's approachable. She's got
Mhm.
good energy, right?
Mhm.
Because
Mhm.
women, we looking for energy too. We're looking for somebody who is not. And I think that's why it's the saying about how girls like the bad boys. Because the bad boys got energy. You know, even if it's negative energy, it's energy. The good guys can have energy too. They just a lot of times don't know how to spin that to and present it in a way that's attractive to a woman.
What I think when it comes to good guys, and it's a bad thing. It's a shame. Good guys scale way too easily.
Mm,
As far as
they ain't got no tenacity.
they're not super aggressive. They're
Okay,
not.
okay.
So
They're just protecting their hearts because they probably been
turned
turned
down
down
so
and all
many
of that.
times, so many times, and
Mm-hmm.
it's like, okay, there's another one. I'm not going to take the heartbreak on this one. I keep it moving.
Mm,
I keep it pushing. But it that whole thing is so unfortunate
yeah.
because good guys are not aggressive. They're not
Right.
aggressive,
Right.
and they're gonna do their best to give you a little bit of a chance. Not like you need a chance from them, but they're gonna try what they are capable of. They don't have the energy or the capacity to still come along with a no. And I'm not saying go against a no.
Mm,
What I mean is, okay, she may not be attracted to you right now because you're not saying the right things.
right.
Now,
She's not. Yeah.
a good guy like me, not a good guy. I'm not a good guy. I'm
Yes.
not claiming that. Nope, you're not saying that either. Back up. Anyway, so
You
a
my
guy,
good guy.
okay,
You're
yes,
my good guy.
yes, I'll
And
accept
bad.
that one. I'll accept both of those because I'm in both worlds. But I would say a good guy, they're just not aggressive enough, and I know that's the reason why a lot of women are attracted to them.
So
But
we are you saying that we want somebody who kind of has some confidence about themselves? So
you
I think
want that.
maybe the good guys just lack some of the confidence.
They do, and a lot of times they lack their confidence because that's what they are, good guys, and good guys
Mm,
don't have that much confidence to to push through. And I'm not telling anybody to hold their hand to make them do so.
Mhm.
But sometimes what has to happen, once again, I'm not asking nobody to hold hands here. I'm not asking nobody to hold hands at all. But if you see a guy, once again, if I can look at you and I can tell you're a good woman, you can look at this good guy that's trying to talk to you and know that he's a good guy.
Mhm.
You gotta know this.
Yeah.
And this is
It.
what we this is what we're trying to get the good guy with the good girl.
Yeah.
So what has to happen is when this guy says something to you, he may back off. But I'm telling y'all, anytime a guy is trying to approach you or say something to you, he is into you.
Mm.
Now if he back off, you may be a little bit more aggressive than him. Like, hey, what about you? What do you think about the noodles? Something, because if you say something
Mm-hmm.
and you scare him away a little bit,
You could be like,
unfortunately.
well, so which ones do you normally buy?
Right, right.
What's your favorite pasta dish?
Right. What is your favorite pasta
What's your
dish?
favorite
Something,
pasta dish?
just something to re-engage him back in.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not asking once again nobody to hold anybody's hand, but what's happening out here is everybody keep going for the wrong person. Unfortunately, the wrong person has the right introduction. They're aggressive. But hey, this guy just spoke to you. This guy, he looks a little decent.
Mm.
He spoke a little bit of respect.
Yeah.
Now it's your turn. Now here we go. I'm about to jump in here. I'm about to
Yeah,
go
I
rude.
know. I
I'm
feel
about to go
like
mean.
I knew.
If you want a good man, that man just spoke to you. Go get your man. Go get your good man.
Mm-hmm.
Stop letting him walk away. I know you shouldn't hold his hand, but that's the man. You keep going for the me's. There used to be me's. Where the guy's aggressive and okay. You can clearly look at dudes and tell you're a player. Y'all can't tell me y'all don't see that. Y'all can't tell me y'all don't see that. You got the cheat code. Anyway, y'all can't tell me y'all don't see that. But when you see this good guy talking to you for a reason. He's not talking to you just because he really want to know about noodles.
Yeah. Yeah.
This guy is checking you out and you want, give him a chance. It may work.
Yeah.
It may not work. I mean, tell him to call me.
You know what?
Find that dude, get his information, comment to me, and I'll talk to him.
You know what? It's so funny. I love it. So listen to this.
Stop doing that.
I know.
I'm telling.
One of the who you gonna tell? I just want to know.
I'm telling them.
Cause let me tell you.
Shrub my kneecap, y'all. Doing it again. Go ahead.
Okay. So one of the things I do know is you can actually get to the point where you don't recognize a good man when you see one. And you're saying like there's a good man and you don't want it. But I think what happened is my mom used to say, you can fool around with trash until it gets in your eyes. So there are two meanings to that. One where you messing around with something, it's trash, and you are shocked when you get a speck of it in your eye. Well, you should have expected that you were going to have some backlash to dealing with trash. The other way that can be interpreted is you mess with trash so much that that's what you recognize and that's what you're comfortable with and that's what you look for, because that's what we go for comfort a lot of times. So we start finding our default. We start defaulting to what we are familiar with and comfortable with. You got to get to the point where you want something different and you start looking to see what that different looks like so that you can know it when you see it. When it approaches you, ooh, that's a good guy. I recognize a good guy. It's hard to get that sometimes until you've had all of the crazy, and then you start saying, I don't want this, and I don't want that, and you start creating a more refined list. But first, that's got to be in you, though.
Sometimes it's close to being too late, though. I won't mention any names or the person I know a person who I spoke to.
Mm-hmm.
And I spoke to it was a lady. I spoke to this lady and I knew her through two relationships. and two relationships she was with, and I'm like, I thought this one was gonna work out, the last one, and I'm like, okay,
What happened?
what happened?
Hmm.
And because I'm trying to figure this out. So what I figured out was
Wait, was she a good person?
she's a good person.
Okay.
But what I figured out, and I said, let's change it up a little bit. What was happening is you're going for the same guy. We all don't know what we want, but we think we know what we want,
Hmm.
and you're going for this guy you think you want. I said, change it. Go for. I'm not saying go for ugly guy, broke guy, whatever. All the stuff that y'all don't like with men. Go for a different type of guy.
Try that.
And I don't want to I don't want to talk bad and say maybe I think the guys she was going for before were, you know what they were the typical bad guy. And I'm not knocking bad guys, we all serve a purpose, y'all like us for some reasons. So she was always going for the bad guy, everything would go good, and then boom, drop. And I said, change it up a little bit. How about you go for somebody who's attractive? Nobody want to be the ugly person. Go with a different
And ugly is
vibe.
in the eye of, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So,
No, ugly is ugly. I
no,
don't care. That's what people say to make ugly people feel better. No,
no,
ugly is
but
ugly.
no, I mean, I might find somebody attractive because they remind me of my
I
father.
got you.
You know what
Okay,
I'm
all
saying?
right.
So it's a different type,
I got it.
ugly is not
Can we
always
can we call it this? Can we call it this?
okay.
Can we agree to disagree? Ugly is ugly. So anyway, so she got with this other guy who is no longer like these guys. He's a different kind of man. At the moment, relationship successful, and
Working
she's
out.
like, "Thank you," to
Yeah.
me that
That you gave her
she,
that
because she's like, and
suggestion.
she says, "Oh yeah." Then my friends, they're like, "Oh, that's not your type." And she's like,
Yeah,
"I'm happy.
my type is a guy who treats me right.
Yes,
Right.
I'm happy.
Who's loving me the way I want to be loved.
And why aren't you happy for me?"
Right. Yeah, that's a whole different
Once
conversation.
again, that's a whole nother
We'll have to
conversation.
have that one
Single,
too.
single women keep women single,
Hmm.
but that's a whole nother conversation. Anyway,
Wow.
so
Okay.
somehow maybe, and I'm gonna say this. I probably want to say this every single episode.
Okay.
What you are doing, I'm gonna look at you and look at y'all. What you are doing is not working.
So you know what? I'm gonna agree with that because I think I had pretty much the same. My kids used to say, "Mom, you got a type," and so I had to evaluate. Well, what's my type? And so I had to make a list with all three of these guys and the things that they all had in common, and the things that were good and bad, right? But it was like basically the same man with three different names. So it's like, I need to change it up and do something different because I keep attracting. But it goes back to, so a question that I had posed to me by someone was, well, they made a statement and I questioned them. They said, but we are what we attract. And I said, that's both true and false, right?
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts on that? What are your thoughts on
I agree.
that? We are what we attract.
We are what we attract, and I noticed that I was attracting that, and I had to step away from that. I had to change my mindset on that, and it's like, okay, cool. I was attracted to this, and I was attracted, like I was tragic. I was attracted to different physical attributes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like a visual,
Mm-hmm.
visual
Mm-hmm.
attributes.
Mm-hmm.
Now, granted, I ran into you, kind of went back to my physical attributes, but still, I stepped away from that, and I realized, oh, I was going for the wrong things and looking for relationships. I was whooping Benub in all the wrong places.
Looking for
But Benub,
one
yeah,
or the
I was looking for love in all the wrong places, and then I'm like, okay, hit the pause button and
had to
sit
do
back.
like some self inspection.
Yeah, I had to sit back and realize, okay, I'm looking for, once again, physical attributes versus substance.
Mm,
And once I
that's a mouthful right there.
realized substance is what I wanted, because I was
Yeah.
looking at these physicals and talking to these people, and it was like, y'all giving me a headache, and you're driving me crazy, and this is not what I need in my life. It looks fun.
Yeah. But it's gonna end horribly. I can tell you
Yeah,
that.
it looked like back in the day we was kids and we was at the mall and they had the little horse you can ride with the put the cord in it
Going around in circles.
and was going nowhere.
You got me going in circles. Okay, sorry, I can't really
That's
sing.
okay. It's cool. But anyway, I had to realize, and what a lot of people have to realize, substance is key.
Yeah,
Substance
yeah.
is key. Everybody looking for a superficial woman, superficial man. How about somebody who would just have a conversation?
Yeah. Conversation. Look, communication is going to be the biggest part of your relationship.
Period.
So if you can't really have a voice conversation, I don't mean texting, if you can't have a real voice in person on the phone conversation with this person and it's fires you up to have that conversation. They don't stimulate you in some way. They can't tell you where they're going in their life. They can't tell you, they're not able to share. If they're not emotionally unavailable and they can't share with you things for their own life, maybe not immediately just pour it all out because that's a
That's too
red
much.
flag too.
That's way too much.
But at least over time, being able to just allow you to access different parts of their emotional well-being, because communication, if you don't have it near the beginning, you can and lay a good foundation for that, I'm telling you, that's going to be a struggle.
You know what? When it comes to like communication, let's just say you just meet the person, you get the phone numbers, switch
You
numbers,
smiled and
whatever.
all that stuff,
Right?
and you
You
had
did the
that good
smile part.
energy.
Right.
Okay.
I do want to. There's more to the introduction that I have not even touched bases on just yet.
Okay.
But I do want to say, when you get that person's phone number, of course, in the beginning, everything's gonna be coochie crunch. I can be talking on the phone. I think, and it don't always have to be a bar, don't have to be a restaurant, don't have to be a coffee shop, park, whatever. Don't not the house, not anybody's house, because that can lead to some not good things like right away. I mean,
Yeah.
conversation can take you there sometimes,
Hmm.
but have those conversations over the phone, but also have them in person. In person to me is more important because you can look into the person's eyes.
Yeah. See their
You can
body
see their body
language.
language.
How much are they really paying attention?
Right,
You know.
right. Because especially nowadays people they can't get off their phones.
Yeah, their
Like, you know
attention
what? Yeah,
span. While
you
you
can.
sitting there talking to them, and they're sitting there texting.
Yeah, that helps you in certain areas to let you know, this is where this is gonna be, and that's not where you want to be.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah,
but
if they don't hold your attention enough to be able to put your phone down and vice versa. Like if you're sitting there talking to them and you pouring out, yeah, and this and telling them things and ask and they are not into you.
uh-huh.
They're not into you. They're not. They're just not. Oh,
Yeah,
sorry, I gotta take care of this. Let me hold on, but keep talking. No, no. If they're so it's about being present.
oh wait,
You
time out.
want somebody to be present while they're talking to
That's
you.
very true. But now sometimes if somebody handling business now, they want to knock that. You don't know that.
I will say, which even if they got business to handle. If they're with you for an hour, whatever it is not going to fall apart in that time period. Now, if you say, I'm so sorry, I got to take this phone call, please be respectful enough to just step up, step away, but not too far to where you are saying, I'm coming right back to this conversation because you're important to me. When a person can't give you that, I don't know how much you should really kind of put stock into that.
I was about to say the same thing. You just took the words right out of my mouth.
Hmm.
How much
Yeah.
stock you should put into that?
Don't put a lot of energy into that because like if people respect what you kind of require, like if you not, and I say require loosely, the the amount of respect that you have for yourself, and you want someone else who will respect you as well.
Can we put a limit on the selfies too, though? Can we do like if you because I said, I swear, I said, not like I'm not paying attention to you, you know what I mean, or what I'm doing. But what are you trying to stop it?
No
Oh, I don't know what that button is.
picture.
Oh, you took a
You
picture.
said something about a selfie. I just took us one.
Oh, cool. I wasn't
Just took
prepared.
one.
Can we do another one? Ready?
Yeah,
There we go. Selfie.
I
All
like
right.
it.
So you just did just the
We're a
amount. I
little
would think.
ADHD.
It's all
Sorry,
right. We
just
all
want
over
to.
the place.
We're both a little
Yeah,
ADHD. That's
yeah,
okay.
yeah, my
There's
bad.
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, crazy. But that just was like the limit, I would say. Because I know I see some people just got to do it. I understand. Some people do social media. That's another conversation we'll have another later on down the line. That one
It's
people
too
won't like too
many.
much. But okay, you in the location with the guy, you in a date or whatever. Just two selfies, and one with you, one by yourself, and one with him. When you're
Mhm.
sitting there doing all this and this, then that, and the other, bro,
Wow.
get up and walk away, man. Get up and just dip. I don't care if you brought her there. I don't care if
You
you
could lay a 20 on the table and be like, Uber, Uber.
just don't lay nothing on the table. Just get up
Oh,
and go. Like you
if
you
you
you that
brought her
much you
there.
that much no you that much into yourself. Stay by yourself
Wow.
right here. I'm not.
All
No,
right.
there's no. That's just too much. Like, come on.
Yeah.
How we gonna get to know each other? You still getting to know yourself.
Wow. Yeah, I think there's just a culture right
I
now.
guess. I mean, I guess when you're younger, you can be all right with that.
Younger and social media culture, some people are just like all about it. But I think as we get to be a little bit more mature and looking for something more than something
Yeah,
superficial.
because I feel like that's self-centered.
Hmm.
You're sitting there, you just want to keep taking pictures of yourself. I mean, I know you
Well,
already got a million of them on your phone.
yeah, I have a friend who sits wherever she can find a mirror, so she can constantly, while even while she's talking to you, she's looking constantly in the mirror at herself. She's, I don't
But
understand it,
that's a
but
that's a
that's
that,
her.
but you
That's
know
her,
what?
and I think that, and I think people see that, and they're like, "This chick is all into herself."
And then once again, she can stay by herself. I just feel like there's
Okay.
there's there's certain things that should be allowed. You know what I mean? So let's see, what would a guy be doing wrong? Because guys will sit there selfieing all day. But if you're sitting there texting somebody the whole time, like,
Yeah. Or
okay,
while he's sitting there talking to you, the whole time he's talking to you, everything that walked by, he,
he just all in, looking at everybody else.
oh my gosh.
It's time for you to make the exit too.
Yeah, you could just get up.
Yeah,
How
he
about you dip? How
yeah.
about you be like, you know what? I'm gonna go.
I like that.
I'm just gonna go.
I agree with that
Yeah.
because I honestly feel like if I'm sitting here with you on a date, my eyes is at your eyes. Now, granted, Big Booty Judy walked by,
If Big Booty Judy walked by,
we
guess
both gonna
what?
look.
There,
I don't care.
there's gonna be
That
another
ain't a
Big Booty Judy,
that ain't
and
a
you can literally catch her next go round. How
there,
about that?
listen, there's no. I'm all right, we can argue with this one. I'm ready. I've been waiting to argue with you the whole time. All right, now
And you got to
there's
look at Big
ways.
Booty Judy right
There's
then and
ways.
there,
There's ways. So I'm
and you
sitting
got the
here.
lean
No,
and
there we go.
everything.
There we go. That's what I'm about to say. There's
Oh,
ways to do certain things. So if I'm sitting there talking to you and Big Booty Judy walk by, I'm gonna give it a little glance and I'm gonna continue talking to you. Now, if I do one of these where you look, you can't even see me on the screen no more. One of these, I just exited myself from the picture,
literally.
literally. But that's
In
different. Now, I'm Big Booty Judy walk by. I'm gonna look a little quick glance because we're men. I'm sorry, like it or not. It's in our nature to look. Now, it's a way to do it. You looking and you breaking your neck and you can't stop looking. Exit stage left,
I
right,
swear.
whichever. But I mean, I don't know. I guess you gotta have class with it. I look, babe, but I'm classy with it. I'm classy with it. You may notice, you may not notice. I might give it a little blink,
Mm,
a little blink,
mm.
but I'm back. I'm back. I'm blinking in the back. It's a different type of blink. It ain't just. It's not this type of blink.
Oh, it's not
It's,
that.
it's that type of blink. It was
Oh,
still a
okay.
blink. See? Huh?
Oh
Blink.
my gosh. Well, listen, we just wanted to come on here real quick. I'm
Oh
Kay.
yeah, you made this longer than it was
This
supposed to
is
be.
Q. We having unique conversations.
Yes.
And we always want to talk about everything relationships, and then just getting to and everything for you into the inside of a relationship or outside of a relationship, just about being secure in who you are, having some confidence, having not arrogance but just confidence, not this entitlement mindset, not this kind of um, it's all about you, because that
There's
um,
another person. There's another person.
there is, and you can't be all into you so much that everything he's saying, all you waiting is for him to pause so you can talk. You haven't really heard anything he said. Your mind is thinking about everything that you're gonna say.
Vice versa, same thing for the guys. Because what I hear a lot is the men just sitting there talking about themselves. I could blame all that on a lot of things for a lot of people, but we got to try to. We just trying to change people's mindset. We here trying to find solutions.
Yeah,
And once again, I said it mean earlier today. I'm saying nicely. What you are doing is not working.
yeah,
We are trying to help you make it work,
yes.
and we're not the professionals. We don't. We
We're
don't.
not,
I don't have any degrees about this. She got a bunch of them. I
but
don't have. Yeah, it's not
there
for this.
no.
Not for this.
But these are just
Um,
life lessons that we've learned while traveling through this thing called life, and
mhm.
life has lifed us,
Life the hell out of us.
life the hell out of us,
Hmm.
especially in relationships, and that pours over into other areas of your life. So it's important to know more, to arm yourself with more information, to challenge some of the ways that you've been thinking, challenge some of the actions that you've been taking, things that you have done that does not work. Be willing to change it up. Don't be
Try another
so
approach.
yeah, don't be so staunch on I got, this is who I am and I get it. I get it. But even with being who you are, there's some things about you that you can change to make your next or even the next or the next relationship the one you've always been looking for, because
Because
now
it can happen.
it can you become a better version of yourself, and you've been able to better identify um, a better version of the person who compliments you.
Because I got a confession to make, but also I want to bounce off of my confession where I was in the mindset of one time saying, never want to be in a relationship ever again. Ever. Ever. Did I
I think
express that enough?
yeah, you can
Okay,
get one
cool.
more ever in
One more,
there.
one more. I get one more. Ever get into a relationship ever again. But I realized this one thing that no matter how hard we fight it, men, we always, we don't want to get married. We don't want to get into a relationship. We just want to go ahead and do our thing. Women, uh, they don't need a man. They don't want a man. We all gotta stop lying, man. We God kind of put us here so that we can have a companion, live our lives. But everybody needs a companion.
Yeah,
You understand?
yeah,
Everybody needs a companion,
yeah, that's true.
and we just gonna try our best to help as best as we can.
So, peace and love.
Whoop, whoop.
Till next time, take care of yourself and take care of your future person by being the best version of yourself. Any parting thoughts?
Oh, go back to change was not working.
Smile.
Smile. Be